Dear students, welcome back for the 8th session of this particular solution chapter. So in the previous we have started with the third part of liquid solution called as solid liquid solutions. Means a homogeneous mixture of a solid solute in a liquid solvent. Solid solute in a liquid solvent. So here the dissolution of a solid solute in a liquid solvent is decided by the equilibrium stage, where the rate of dissolution of a solid in the liquid solvent or solid solute in the liquid solvent, which is equal to the rate of condensation, or indirectly it is the rate of crystallization of that particular solid particles when they get merged with each other or they can collide with each other. So that is the main principle behind the which one solubility of solid in the liquid. Okay. So that particular solid liquid solutions will have a special type of physical properties called as colligative properties. What the colligative properties are? They are the properties with respect to the which solution? They are the physical properties with respect to the dilute solution, which depends upon the number of moles of the solute particles, or indirectly the amount of the solute particles, but not upon its either the chemical nature or it may be the size. So that makes the which property? Physical property, indirectly they are called as the colligative properties, because based on the nature of the physical properties that has been applied for the dilute solution, we are having 4 different types of colligative properties, namely lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point or elevation of boiling point, then depression of a freezing point, and finally the osmotic pressure. Okay. So I think in the previous session I had discussed the first colligative property, indirectly called as lowering of vapor pressure. So here the decrease in the vapor pressure of the solution that has been due to the addition of a non-volatile solute to a pure solvent. Means what is added to what here? If a small amount of a non-volatile solute is added to a pure solvent, what happens? The vapor pressure of the liquid, particularly the solvent, and after adding that, it is indirectly the vapor pressure of the solution goes on decreasing, and that decrease is called as lowering of vapor pressure. With respect to the mathematical concept, with respect to the which one? Mathematical concept, it is just the difference in the lowering of vapor pressure is nothing but the difference in the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and then the vapor pressure of the given solvent. That is the vapor pressure of the pure liquid, that is a solvent, and then the vapor pressure of the solution will give the lowering of vapor pressure. Mathematically, lowering of vapor pressure is given by delta P, which is equal to P naught minus P. That P naught is called as the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and P is called the vapor pressure of the solution that has been formed. Okay. Then more the addition of the non-volatile solute to the pure solvent, more is the lowering of which one? Vapor pressure. So that we will discuss, or that we have discussed indirectly in the form of a law that is called as a Raoult's law of which one? The RLVP. Raoult's law of which one? RLVP. First, what is RLVP here? Relative lowering of vapor pressure, which is nothing but the ratio of what by what? Lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. That is RLVP, relative lowering of vapor pressure, is equal to delta P divided by P naught. What is delta P there? It is the lowering of vapor pressure divided by the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. So based on the concept of that RLVP, there is another law that is called as Raoult's law of relative lowering of vapor pressure. So what is the statement that has been mentioned there? If the temperature is kept constant, or at constant temperature, the relative lowering of vapor pressure, which one? The relative lowering of vapor pressure is always equal to the what fraction? Mole fraction of that particular solute. Mole fraction of the solute. Mathematically, P naught minus P divided by P naught. This total term is called as RLVP. RLVP means relative lowering of vapor pressure, which is equal to, either we can simply mention that as X2, or I can mention that in the form of detail as N2 divided by N1 plus N2. N2 is the number of moles of a solute divided by N1 plus N2 is nothing but the total number of moles of both the solute and then the solvent, or indirectly it is the total number of moles of the solution. That fraction is also called as what fraction? Mole fraction. So here, based on the application of Raoult's law, we have proved that it is an example for a what property? The colligative property, because LVP depends only upon, or it is only proportional to N2, where N2 is referring to the number of moles or the amount of the solute particles that has been present with respect to the dilute solution only. Hence, it is regarded as an example for a what property? colligative property. Okay. So the another important thing is it helps in the calculation of molecular mass of a solute. Means the lowering of vapor pressure helps to calculate the which one? The molecular mass of a solute, which is given by the expression M2 is equal to P naught divided by P naught minus P into W2 M1 divided by W1, where W refers to the mass, M refers to the molar mass, P refers to the vapor pressure. If it is a subscript of 1 or not means it is solvent, no subscript means it is solution, 2 subscript means it refers to which one? The solute. Okay. So this is all what we have discussed according to the first colligative property, that is called as a lowering of vapor pressure along with the same relative lowering of vapor pressure. Okay. The second one is the second colligative property is elevation of boiling point. Elevation of which point? Boiling point. Or it is also called by another name, ebullioscopy. What it is? Ebullioscopy. Elevation of boiling point, which is also called as elevation of boiling point, that is ebullioscopy, which is having a symbol of what? Delta T. Okay. First, what is BP? What is boiling point first? It is the temperature at which we can have the 3 different definitions. So here, as if we know that we are having a liquid, for example a pure solvent, or any liquid, for example, let us take any liquid that I have chosen. Okay. Let the temperature is found to be constant. So here we are having some vapors. These are the vapors of the given liquid, and at the junction it exerts a pressure, and that is called as vapor pressure of the given liquid. Vapor pressure of the given liquid. As we have mentioned already, how the vapor pressure is related with respect to the temperature? Directly proportional, because increase in temperature increases the vaporization of the liquid, and hence it increases the which one? The vapor pressure of the liquid. Means as temperature increases, the vaporization or the number of vapors of the given liquid or the solvent goes on increasing, such that the vapor pressure of the liquid also goes on increasing. It goes on increasing. And this vapor pressure, now it is, if it is equal to the atmospheric pressure, when the vapor pressure of this particular liquid, if it is exactly equal to the surrounding pressure called as the atmospheric pressure, then this particular temperature is called as which point? Boiling point. Therefore, how to define the boiling point first? It is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid is exactly equal to the surrounding pressure called as atmospheric pressure. The temperature at which the vapor pressure of the given liquid, if it is exactly equal to the which one? The atmospheric pressure or the surrounding pressure, then that particular temperature reached is called as what point? The boiling point. Next, as if we know that vapor pressure is dependent upon temperature, preferably directly. As the temperature increases, the vapor pressure of the liquid goes on increasing. And this vapor pressure at a maximum temperature, the vapor pressure of the temperature also gets maximum. That's the last temperature, where the vapor pressure of that particular liquid is found to be the maximum, and that temperature is also called as what point? Boiling point. Means it is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the given liquid is found to be the maximum. Then that particular temperature is called as what point? Boiling point. The temperature at which the what? Vapor pressure of the liquid, if it is found to be the maximum, means it is called as what point? Boiling point. Let's have another definition related to this. So here, the temperature at which the liquid and the gaseous phases of the same substance can coexist, then that particular temperature is also called as what? The boiling point. Because first we were having only the liquid condition of the given liquid, that is the solvent preferably. Here there is a little bit of vapors. As the temperature increases, the vapors goes on increasing such that the vapor pressure, the liquid component gets less, or the vapors is going to be the more. Means at this temperature the liquid and the gas are in equilibrium. Means any liquid below its melting point, the same liquid above its boiling point, means it is in the gaseous nature. Liquid that has been system present in the gaseous nature. But at the what nature? At the boiling point, exactly at its boiling point, who and who are in equilibrium? The liquid and gaseous phases means a physical state of the same substance can coexist. Means the same temperature at which the liquid and the gaseous phases of the same substance can coexist means it is called as what point? The boiling point. Therefore, we can have the three definitions related to the which point? The boiling point. One thing is, the standard definition is actually the boiling point is a temperature at which the vapor pressure of the given liquid is exactly equal to the what pressure? Atmospheric pressure. The second one is, it is also the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid is going to be what? Maximum. As if we know that temperature increases means the vapor pressure of the liquid goes on increases and it reaches a maximum, and that particular maximum vapor pressure of the liquid temperature is called as boiling point. Then what is the third one there? It is also the temperature at which the two phases, means we are observing both the phases. What are those? The liquid and then the gaseous phases of the same substance can combinedly or coexist, means that particular temperature is also called as what point? Boiling point. So these are the three definitions related to the which one? The boiling point. Okay. So after knowing the clear definition with respect to the boiling point, then how to define this particular, that is called as elevation of boiling point, or it is also called by another name, it is called as ebullioscopy. What that means? Elevation in boiling point. Let us take the same. This is the pure liquid in the form of which one? Solvent. The pure solvent. As if I know that these are the vapors of the given liquid. Vapors of the given liquid. At a constant temperature, for example, room temperature. Okay? What happens when this particular temperature, this one is added? What happens when the temperature gets increased? What happens to the vapor pressure? Vapors of the liquid? It gets increased such that the vapor pressure of the liquid goes on increasing and reaches a maximum. Reaches a what? Maximum. And this particular temperature is called as TB naught. What is TB naught here? It is the BP of the given solvent. B means boiling point of the given solvent. Okay? So here at the junction we are expecting one vapor pressure, and that vapor pressure is called as P naught. What is P naught here? It is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent at its TB naught. What is TB naught here? It is the boiling point. Means at constant temperature the vapor pressure of the liquid is constant, but as still the temperature goes on increasing, means because we are measuring the what point? Boiling point. When the boiling point is reached, by attaining the vapor pressure of the liquid is going to be what? Maximum, which is equal to the what pressure? atmospheric pressure, and that particular temperature recorded at the maximum temperature that has been possible is called as what point? Boiling point. Let the boiling point of the pure solvent is going to be what? TB naught, and the vapor pressure of that particular solvent at its boiling point is going to be what naught? P naught. Okay, so this is general case first. Now, what happens? A small amount of, which amount? A small amount of non-volatile solute is added to this solvent. Now we are getting a what? A small amount of a non-volatile solute is added to that particular pure solvent. This becomes now what solution? Dilute solution. It becomes a what solution? Dilute solution. Why? Because some of the solute particles that we have added, what they will do? They blocks the movement of the vaporized liquid solvent which are present at the surface, such that the vapors of that particular solvent goes on increasing, and then the vapor pressure of the solvent also goes on decreasing. But can I say that this vapor pressure of this gets decreased? This is with respect to the solution here, which is now not equal to the what pressure? Surrounding pressure, because the surrounding of the atmospheric pressure is constant. But due to the addition of what? A small amount of a non-volatile to the pure solvent, the vapor pressure of the liquid or the solution goes on decreasing, but it is not equal to the what pressure? Atmospheric pressure. Means we are not getting the boiling point of the solution right now. Then how to make that the boiling point of the solution here? For that, still we have to increase this particular temperature. Still we have to increase the what? Temperature. Such that the decreased vapor pressure of the solution start to get increased, and that becomes the equal to the what pressure? Atmospheric pressure. And that particular temperature is called as TB, and this TB is called as boiling point of the which one? Solution. Means compare the boiling point of the pure solvent and then the boiling point of the solution that we have formed, that is formed. Boiling point of the solution is quite high compared to that of which one? The boiling point of the solvent. Why the boiling point of the solution is going to be less? Why? Because the vapor pressure of the solution goes on increasing. As the vapor pressure of the solution goes on increasing, means it is not equal or it is less than that of the what pressure? Atmospheric pressure. But to get the boiling point of that particular solution, what we have to do? Just we have to increase the temperature. Increase the temperature such that the vapor pressure of the solution further goes on increasing and reaches a what? Atmospheric pressure, and that particular temperature is called as TB, and that TB is called as boiling point of the solution. Boiling point of the solution. Okay. So now, and that particular increase is called as what point? Elevation in boiling point. Therefore, how to define the elevation in boiling point? It is an increase in the BP of a solution due to the addition of a non-volatile solute, NV means non-volatile solute, to a pure, which one? Solvent. Means what is added to what here? If a small amount of a non-volatile solute is added to the pure solvent, the boiling point of the solution goes on increasing, and that increase in the boiling point that has been due to the addition of a non-volatile solute to the pure solvent is called as what point? Elevation of boiling point, or it is also called by another name that is called as ebullioscopy. Ebullioscopy. Or we can have the alternate definition according to a mathematical concept. What's that? It is the difference in the BP of a solution and the BP of a pure solvent. So previously in the lowering of vapor pressure, what we have decided according to the mathematical concept, it is a difference in the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and then the solution. Means vapor pressure of the solvent is more compared to that of vapor pressure of the solution. But here the reverse, because how Vp and Vp are, they are inverse. Means it is also the difference in the boiling point of the which one? Not the solvent according to the lowering of vapor pressure. It is a difference in the boiling point of the solution and then the boiling point of the pure solvent. So mathematically, how to mention this? Mathematically, EBP, what is EBP here? Elevation of boiling point is given by delta TB, which is equal to TB minus TB naught. TB minus TB naught. So this is the mathematical concept with respect to which one? The elevation of boiling point. So here what TB is, delta TB is called as what point? Elevation of boiling point, or it is also called as which scopy? Ebullioscopy. Whereas here TB naught is the BP of the pure solvent, whereas TB is BP of the given solution. Means addition of more and more of non-volatile solute to a which solvent? Pure solvent. Increases the boiling point of the solution and hence increases the EBP. What is that EBP here? Elevation of what point? Boiling point. Means if we add more and more of a non-volatile solute to the which solvent? Pure solvent. The boiling point of the solution still goes on increasing, and that increases the elevation in the what point? Boiling point. Okay? Means we are indirectly proving that it is an example for a what property? Colligative property. So first, what is boiling point? The temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid is found to be the maximum. That is a very simplest definition. The standard definition is what? The temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid, which is equal to the what pressure? Surrounding pressure, is called as boiling point. Or we can have the third one, the temperature at which the liquid and the gaseous phases of the same substance can combinedly exist. Means we are observing both the phases. What are those? Liquid and then the gaseous phases. That particular temperature is called as what point? Boiling point. Okay. Then what is elevation of boiling point? It is the increase. Elevation means increase here. It is the increase in the which point? Boiling point of the solution. Why? Because due to the addition of a what to a what? A non-volatile solute to a which solvent? Pure solvent. Means by the addition of a non-volatile solute to a pure solvent, what happened to the boiling point of the solution? It goes on increasing, and that term is called as elevation of boiling point, or it is also called by what scopy? Ebullioscopy. Or with respect to the mathematical concept, it is given as elevation in boiling point is the difference in the boiling point of the solution and then the boiling point of the pure solvent. So mathematically, elevation in boiling point is given by delta TB, and that delta TB is given by TB minus TB naught. What the TB here is called? TB is the boiling point of the solution and TB naught is the boiling point of the which solvent? Pure solvent. Means if I add more and more of the which one? Non-volatile solute to the what solvent? Pure solvent. First, the vapor pressure of the solution goes on decreasing, and simultaneously the boiling point of the solution goes on increasing, and that increases the elevation in what point? Boiling point. Okay. So this is about the concept called as which one? The elevation of boiling point. So now we are proving elevation of boiling point is an example for a what? Colligative property. Means we have to prove that. It is an example for a what property? Colligative property. Next is to prove EBP delta TB is a colligative property. You have to prove that it is an example for a what? Colligative property. How to prove that? It's an example for a colligative property. Means you have to prove that the colligative property means it is the property with respect to the dilute solution which depends only upon the amount or number of moles of a solute particles but not upon its what nature, either the chemical nature or it may be the size. Means we have to prove that it depends on number of moles of a solute. Okay. So here let us have the graphical representation first. What is that graphical representation here? So let's have first, this is called vapor pressure. We will write towards further right here, okay, so that it makes it very clear. Okay. So let us along the y-axis first. We will take the physical property as vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. So this is BP of the liquid. BP of the given liquid. Let us make this one to a little bit higher here. So let us take this is x-axis. Now, this is T. This is called as which point? Boiling point. I don't know which point it is, whether it is a solvent or a liquid, I don't know that. First, how the temperature, so it is not the boiling point exactly, it is only, let's just take that as temperature itself. Okay? Boiling point will be higher. It is the temperature first, along this one. Okay? How the vapor pressure and temperature are related? We know that increase in temperature always increases the what pressure? Vapor pressure. Let us take first only the what solvent? Pure solvent. For a pure solvent, as the what increases, the temperature increases, whatever the vapor pressure of the solvent, it goes on increasing. Okay? So this is the vapor pressure of the curve for solution. Here also as the temperature increases, whatever the vapor pressure of the solution, it also goes on increasing. Why the vapor pressure of solvent is more, why the vapor pressure of solution is going to be less, that we have discussed already in the form of which one? The lowering of vapor pressure. Because addition of a non-volatile solute to a pure solvent always decreases the what pressure? Vapor pressure of the given solution. Okay? Now, therefore the vapor pressure of the solvent is always higher compared to that of the vapor pressure of this one. Okay? So if I come back here at this particular temperature, this is called as P naught. What is P naught? It is a vapor pressure of a pure solvent. Vapor pressure of pure solvent. If I come back here or retrace its path, it becomes P. What is P here? Vapor pressure of the solution. P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the P is the vapor pressure of the solution. Still, as we increase the temperature, whatever the vapor pressure of the solvent or the liquid, it goes on increases and reaches a maximum, and that particular temperature is called as what point? Boiling point, where it reaches what pressure? Atmospheric pressure. Let us take this is called as the atmospheric pressure. What pressure it is? atmospheric pressure. So let's write here itself, okay? This is atmospheric pressure. We know that atmospheric pressure at a given place is always constant. It is constant, okay? Now, as the temperature increases, the vapor pressure of the solvent goes on increasing, it goes on increasing, it goes on increasing, and suddenly it changes here and it moves like this. This is called as TB naught. What is TB naught here? It is a boiling point of the pure solvent, because this is the vapor pressure curve with respect to which one? Solvent. As this is P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. As the temperature increases, the vapor pressure of the solvent goes on increasing, and suddenly it becomes what? The completely vaporized, and that particular temperature where it reaches the atmospheric pressure, and the respective temperature is called as TB naught, and that TB naught is called as boiling point of the pure solvent. Okay? Similarly, let us extend the another curve with respect to the vapor pressure for the solution. This also gets here, and this particular temperature is called as TB. What is TB here? TB is the temperature with respect to the atmospheric pressure, and that respective is called as the solution. Therefore, TB is called as a boiling point of the solution, and TB naught is the boiling point of the which one? Solvent. Okay? So first, what we can decide from these two? From the graph, what we can decide? The addition of NV solute to a pure solvent. From that particular graph, the addition of what? A non-volatile solute is a what solvent? Pure solvent. First, decreases the Vp of solution, and hence simultaneously increases the boiling point of that particular solution. We know that addition of a pure solute to, non-volatile solute to a pure solvent first decreases the vapor pressure of the solution and simultaneously increases the boiling point of the solution. Here, the vapor pressure of the solution goes on decreasing, and then the boiling point of the solution goes on increasing. This is done only by the addition of a what solute to a what solvent? Pure non-volatile solute to a pure solvent. Therefore, from that graph, TB minus TB naught is proportional to P naught minus P. What minus what? TB minus TB naught is proportional to P naught minus P. Means, however, the elevation of boiling point that has been occurred is directly proportional to the lowering of what pressure? Vapor pressure. That is, TB minus TB naught is equal to or proportional to P naught minus which one? P. R. What is this? Delta TB proportional to, delta TB what? Proportional to P naught minus P divided by P naught, because for a given solution, for a what solution? Given solution, P naught is always constant. Why? P naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent or the pure liquid in the form of solvent. At a constant temperature, it is always constant. Therefore, instead of P naught minus P proportional, I am writing that as P naught minus P divided by P naught, because it is going to be the constant for the given solution. Because solute is varying, solution is varying, but not the pure. Which one? For the given solution, the P naught is going to be the constant. Okay. Also, delta TB proportional to N2 divided by N1 plus N2. Means, instead of what I have written, instead of P naught minus P divided by P naught, I have written that as N2 divided by N1 plus N2. This is according to RL. RL means it is Raoult's law. According to what law here? Raoult's law. What is the Raoult's law? the relative lowering of vapor pressure is always equal to the mole fraction of the solute. What is how to write mole fraction? N2 divided by N1 plus N2. That is the application of what law here? Raoult's law. For dilute solution, for which solution? Dilute solution. Can I mention N1 plus N2 is nearly equal to which one? N1. Why? Because amount of the solute is going to be very less, or it is negligible as compared to that of the amount of a solvent, because it is with respect to what solution? Only dilute solution. Therefore, delta TB proportional to N2 divided by N1 or delta TB proportional to only N2. Why? Because again, for the given solution, N1 is again found to be the what? Constant. Because what is N1? Number of moles of solvent is constant, but which is varying. Number of moles of a solute is varying, and also the total number of moles of the solution is also varying, but not the solvent. Therefore, instead of N2 by N1 proportionality, I will just written that in the form of only the N2. Means I am neglecting what? N1. Here I am adding the P0 because P0 and N1 refers to the which one? Vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the number of moles of the pure solvent. Therefore, what we can decide here? What is delta TB? It is called as elevation of boiling point. Elevation of what point? Boiling point, directly proportional to what is N2 here? Number of moles of which particles? Solute particles with respect to what solution? Dilute solution. Hence, it is an example for a CP. What is CP here? Colligative property. Means we have to prove that it is applicable only for the what solution? Dilute solution, and that is particularly depending upon the number of moles of which particles? Solute particles. Okay. So this is how we are proving using the graphical representation with respect to the elevation of boiling point. An example for a what property here? Colligative property. First, what is the case? The addition of which one? From that graph, what we have decided? If I add a non-volatile solute to a which solvent? Pure solvent. First, the vapor pressure of the liquid or the solution goes on decreasing, and simultaneously the boiling point of the solution goes on increasing. Means from these two particular graphs, what we can decide? The difference, that is TB minus TB0, is always proportional to P0 minus P. Means elevation of boiling point, TB minus TB0 is called as elevation in boiling point. It is proportional to P0 minus P. What is P0 minus P? Lowering of vapor pressure. That is TB minus TB0 proportional to P0 minus P. Or this TB minus TB0 is nothing but elevation in boiling point, which is given by the symbol of delta TB, which is proportional to P0 minus P divided by addition we have put in the form of P0, because with respect to the given solution, the P0 is always going to be the what? Constant. Therefore, instead of P0 minus P, I have written that as P0 minus P divided by which one? P0. Similarly, delta TB proportional to, here this is indirectly called as RLVP. What is RLVP? Relative lowering of vapor pressure. And according to what law here? Raoult's law. Relative lowering of vapor pressure is nothing but the mole fraction of the solute. How to write the mole fraction? N2 divided by N1 plus which one? N2. N2 divided by N1 plus N2 refers to the which one? The mole fraction of a solute. And as if we are proving a colligative property, means it is a which solution only? Dilute solution. Means for a dilute solution, what is the sum of N1 plus N2? It is nearly equal to N1, because we are neglecting the N2. N2 means the number of moles of a solute is less as compared to that of a total amount of a which one? Solvent. Okay. Similarly, delta TB proportional to N2 divided by, instead of N1 plus N2, just I have written that as what? N1. But we know that for a given solvent or the given solution, N1 is always going to be the what? Constant. Therefore, delta TB proportional to only the what? N2. Means the elevation in boiling point varies directly to the number of moles of which particles? Solute particles with respect to what solution? Dilute solution. That is why it is an example for a what property? Colligative property. Okay. So this is how we have proved it is an example for, which is that the elevation of boiling point is an example for a what property? Colligative property. Okay. So next is, we must have the expression for the which one? Molecular mass of the solute. Molecular mass of the which one? Solute. Using the help of elevation of boiling point. As if we know that in case of lowering of vapor pressure, the molecular mass is given by M2 is equal to P0 divided by P0 minus P into W2 M1 divided by W1. So similarly, the same concept of molecular mass is obtained with the help of another colligative property, that is called as elevation in which point? The boiling point. Okay. So that expression we will have the same on the basis of the next one, that is in the form of the colligative property, that is elevation of boiling point, that we will discuss in the next upcoming session, that is in the session number 9, I think. Okay, so thank you very much.